The legitimate Syrian government has a right to and must eventually take back control of its national territory.
A new wave of bombing on Syria's Idlib province as the Syrian government and its allies take on the last rebel-held stronghold in the country. Hello, I'm Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. A major Syrian offensive is underway in that country's Idlib province after the Russian, Iranian and Turkish presidents failed to agree on a ceasefire. Idlib is the last rebel-held territory in Syria. Its recapture by the government is seen by observers as the last stand in a brutal civil war that has gripped Syria for more than 7 years. To help us understand the complicated situation in Idlib, Alaa Ebrahim has this report.
The fact that Idlib is the last rebel-held enclave across Syria is only part of the situation's complexity. The northwestern province of the country is now the focus of intense regional and international diplomacy, with Damascus, backed by Russia and Iran on one hand, working for a full recapture of the province. Retaking Idlib completely could mean the end of the 7-year-old insurgency against the Syrian government. On the other hand, Turkey wants a ceasefire to protect rebels that Ankara has supported in a proxy war against the Assad government. While the United States says that the Syrian army is preparing for a chemical attack against rebels inside Idlib province and is threatening retaliation if such an attack takes place. Moscow says rebels could stage a false-flag chemical attack to incite a Western response against the Syrian government. Such a response could help outnumbered rebels inside Idlib, with nearly 30,000 rebel fighters surrounded by almost 100,000 Syrian soldiers. But rebel sources say there is still hope that Turkey could help them by sending more troops to reinforce Turkish observation posts. Ankara established these posts inside Idlib to oversee the de-escalation process that was organized during last year's peace talks in Astana, Kazakhstan. And to make the situation even more complicated, not a single group controls the whole region of Idlib. Almost half of the rebel forces are made up of Al-Qaeda-affiliated fighters, including hundreds of foreign fighters. The United Nations says that a humanitarian crisis is unavoidable if the government presses ahead with its plan for a ground offensive, with nearly 3 million civilians inside Idlib with nowhere to go after Turkey closed down its borders. Alaa Ebrahim, CGTN, Damascus.